welcome you to the BCS pregame show. Just a few moments away from number 12 Clemson, number 7 Ohio State in the 2014 Discover Orange Bowl. From Sun Life Stadium here in Miami Gardens. Ohio State and Clemson meeting up in what should be a highly entertaining game. The 80th time one of the great American sporting events is about to take center stage. As we say, good evening, everybody. Joe Tessitore, as always, with my partner, Matt Millen. Ohio State has won 24 of the last 25 games. It's that one loss that stings, the Big Ten title game. They thought they could have been playing for the BCS National Championship. Clemson was a title contender as well, but they stumbled against a rival in their last game. So now, Matt, a chance for both to bounce back.
Yeah, and you've got to have all the big stars. You got Braxton Miller. You're going to have Tajh Boyd. You have Sammy Watkins. You got Hyde. You have those guys, and they'll show up big time. But it's going to come down to the defenses of both teams who's going to determine this game.
Let's talk about a couple of these stars because we got quarterbacks who are big men on campus right here. Of course, Braxton Miller and Tajh Boyd, and they've enjoyed time they've had together this week in South Florida. Miller's evolved. His coach says last year he was a great athlete playing quarterback. Now he's a great quarterback who happens to be an athlete. For Tajh Boyd, this is the end of a long run. 3 years he's been the face of Clemson football. Boyd is the ACC's all-time leader in career passing touchdowns, total touchdowns responsible for. He's ahead of current NFL stars when it comes to those stats, Phillip Rivers and Russell Wilson. And Matt, he added on 29 more passing touchdowns this year.
Well, let's put it really simply. This Clemson team will go as Tajh Boyd takes them. Yes, he's an excellent passer. He has run skills. He is their leader. He's got to play his best game against a depleted Ohio State defense if they're going to have any chance. He has all the skills you want, and he has a chance tonight to showcase them.
Ohio State's Braxton Miller is a junior quarterback, and in the history of the Big Ten, nobody's won more individual Big Ten honors than Braxton. He's won 7, from Freshman of the Year to Offensive Player of the Year, 2-time MVP, much more. As a starter, he's 22-1 with Urban Meyer as his head coach.
And if you listen to Coach Meyer, he's going to tell you the best thing he's done in terms of improvement, he's really gotten good as a thrower. But make no mistake about it, the engine of this offense is the legs of Braxton Miller. Quite frankly, he might be the best running back I've seen all season long, and he's a quarterback. Not to be outdone, he's got some help in the backfield with Hyde, but Miller's the man who makes it go.
From the Atlantic Coast Conference, head coach Dabo Swinney's Clemson Tigers. Made it all the way up to number 3, and they stumbled, but this is their 3rd straight year that Clemson is a double-digit win team. Their 5th appearance in the Discover Orange Bowl. Here comes the scarlet and gray. Ohio State's 9th BCS Bowl appearance. From the Big Ten, Urban Meyer's 12-1 Ohio State Buckeyes. They've only played once before, the '78 Gator Bowl. Clemson won it 17-15. The game and the score just mere footnotes to the moment that sports fans will never forget.
24-yard line, 3rd down, 5. Schleister looks at Donnelly. Throws it short, it's intercepted. Charlie Foreman, the middle guard, intercepted it. And we got a big fight going on. The officials buried in the middle, where we've got a free-for-all going on down on the field with a dozen or so people involved in it. Schleister threw the ball right smack into the Bowman's hands, and I don't know what it was that triggered the fight.
Since Charlie Bauman intercepted the pass, and legendary Buckeyes coach Woody Hayes punched him, that action cost the all-time great his job the very next morning. And now all these years later, they meet again, the 80th Discover Orange Bowl. And our Maria Taylor is standing by with Clemson coach Dabo Swinney. Maria.
Coach, Tajh Boyd is your quarterback, the undisputed leader of this team. Your offensive coordinator, Chad Morris, says he set the standard for playing quarterback at Clemson. What do you need to see from him today to be successful?
Just operate the vehicle, you know, just play within the system, be who he is, take care of the ball. You know, it's okay to end a drive with a kick, either an extra point, field goal, or a punt. So we need him to play well tonight, there's no question.
All right, let's throw it across the field to Sam Ponder, standing by with Urban Meyer.
Thanks, Maria. Coach, you've had guys with the flu, suspension, and injuries. How have they prepared with this kind of adversity?
Well, you're a BCS Bowl participant, so they prepare like a BCS team, and they're going to play their tails off tonight.
You've got 3 new starters in the secondary. How would you describe the challenges they're facing tonight?
Well, you're facing the skill. You got to tackle them. They're real skilled. Their skills as good as anybody in the country. So we just got to, anytime you face a great athlete, you got to cup the athlete and get him on the ground.
Coach, obviously so much expectation around this group this year. Did pretty well for yourselves. Coming into this game, is there anything left to prove?
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, anytime you play, there's something to prove. But this is a grand stage and a great bowl game, and the whole country's watching, so we got a lot to prove.
We're looking forward to it. Thanks, Coach. We'll send it up to Joe Tessitore to kick things off.
Thank you, Samantha. This is one of the games people have been talking about for a month. They expect it to be high scoring, back and forth. Last one with the ball will take it. We will see if it plays out that way. Ohio State and Clemson in the 80th Discover Orange Bowl. Basil will be kicking away to Sammy Watkins. One kickoff return for a touchdown in his career. Came back in 2011 against Maryland. And Watkins will take a knee, and we will say hello to the senior from Hampton, Virginia, Tajh Boyd, his 40th consecutive start. More than any other Clemson quarterback has ever had. 31 career wins.
Well, you heard our Maria Taylor talking with head coach Dabo Swinney, and he said what he has to do is just drive the car. So what does that mean, Tess? That means he's just got to let the offense run and take what's given to him. He doesn't have to try to force a big play. Doesn't have to eyeball one guy down in terms of Sammy Watkins. Run the offense, and things will be fine.
This is Sammy Watkins from the backfield as he gets out at about the 28-yard line.
A lot of ways to get Sammy Watkins involved in the game plan. And tonight, we're going to see every way possible.
2nd and 7. Boyd gave it to McDowell. Held on to it for a bit before he made that decision. And it'll be 3rd and short. He was taken down by Joshua Perry.
So we've talked about all the, you have Tajh Boyd, you have McDowell, you have Watkins, you have guys who can make plays. But really, this side of the ball is going to come down to how well Ohio State's defense plays. And they've struggled as of late. They've given up a lot of yards.
Especially the pass defense. That has struggled mightily. 3rd and 2. This is Boyd. And he does it on his own and then turns it on. Tajh Boyd. Could he? Yes. What a start for the senior. A 49-yard touchdown run on Clemson's opening possession.
All he's going to do is allow his offensive line to take care of business. You saw Tyler Shatley come around on a power, and he just followed him up inside. There was nothing on that second level for Ohio State.
Chandler Catanzaro adds the extra point. And Tajh Boyd, the longest run of his Clemson career, and it kicks things off in the Discover Orange Bowl. Tigers up 7-0. Clemson strikes first. Tajh Boyd, the senior quarterback. A big touchdown run for 49 yards.
Remember, they said they just have to let the offense run. See this right here? That's Brandon Thomas. He gets down on the first with a double, and it kicks back to the backside linebacker. But Shatley, right here, that man is coming for Shazier, and he is the star of the show because he just empties him right there, right up the middle. Brandon Thomas takes care of 2. Tyler Shatley does the rest. Ooh, he better be careful with that ball when he gets down to the end zone. See that test? That's a little too close for comfort.
Well, that happened in the LSU-Iowa bowl game a few days ago. And there's Tyler Shatley, played as a defensive lineman back in the 2012 Orange Bowl. Now the starting right guard on the other side of the ball.
See Shatley right there, 300 pounds. He was a high school running back, ran for 2,000 yards.
Showed some great athleticism there, getting that big block as Dontre Wilson feels that long, big boot of Catanzaro and Bradley Pinion. And here is Braxton Miller, now back-to-back years winning the Big Ten's Most Valuable Player Award.
Braxton Miller, quite frankly, is the best runner I've seen all season long. And I'm including all the running backs, and we watched some good ones. This man is special, and he's really improved in his passing. But you can see why he's the Big Ten Offensive Player of the Year. He carries this group.
You consider him the best runner by far in this team, and they have the Big Ten's best running back in Carlos Hyde.
Who's a stud.
And who Arbin says he's going to feed all night long, but hopefully not with results by that if you're a Buckeyes fan, as Hyde is taken down right behind the line of scrimmage. As that Clemson defensive front, they're going to need to hold up all night long. Corey Crawford and Beasley on the edge, and Jarrett and Reeder inside.
Well, if you heard our pregame show with Jesse Palmer and Danny Cannell, they were talking about loading up the box. And that's exactly what they've done here to start the game.
It's only the 3rd time that Hyde's been tackled for a loss this entire season on 184 carries now. This is Philly Brown, and Philly Brown gets loose. And it'll be a Buckeyes first down.
Remember when I just said that Clemson offense has a lot of speed? Well, Ohio State can match it. They have the same thing. There's a back Eastern PA guy, Upper Darby PA. Oh, Philly Brown can really play. He can go. And if you're going to play this offense, you're going to have to tackle well in space.
And Hyde now squaring those shoulders and lunging forward across midfield for a gain of 9.
That's what Ohio State love to be able to do, is get to that edge. Carlos Hyde is a beast. You've got to secure the edge. And what you saw was Quandon Christian not maintaining the edge. You went inside. You can't have that. You've got to be able to turn him back inside to your help. That time Carlos Hyde took advantage of it.
2nd and 1.
Right there. See that, man? Keep your eyes on him. Vic Beasley.
3rd down and 8. Miller had time, threw it low to the net, and he's a couple of yards short, just beyond midfield.
See what they do. They're going to punt it.
These are those situations in terms of down and distance and field position where Clemson should be in punt safe here, as Cameron Johnston heads out there, the true freshman from Geelong, Australia, and Adam Humphreys, who was charged with 2 fumbles on punt returns. And there is the fake indeed, right on cue. And Ohio State with Jeff Hireman will advance the sticks.
Excellent call. Excellent call by Urban Meyer. Knows he needs to pick something up just to get a feel for the game, and Hireman comes through. Hireman well blocked inside and just follows it.
So a fresh set of downs for Braxton Miller as he looks over his options. And just maybe a half yard for Miller as he was tracked by Spencer Shuey. And Dabo Sweeney was watching that punt team out there. And look at his reaction on the Hireman fake.
Yeah, remember I told you they get a little jumpy. Well, they get a little jumpy on the sidelines as well. Hireman came in here not feeling very well. They gave him an IV before the game, but he's Looked great on that play.
Had the flu, hadn't practiced since Tuesday. Flu bug was going around the Ohio State roster this week. Hyde. Look at the power by Hyde as he spins to that green line, the field goal range of Drew Basil.
Tess, you saw the power, I saw the patience. And both of them are true, because he's a powerful man, but I want you to watch how he allows his offensive line to work. Just slow it down, now burst up inside. Very rarely does he go down with one tackle. You need to bring your buddies.
Back to work he goes. And he should have enough with that mark for another Ohio State first down. The success that this offense has had, school record for the amount of plays in a season. 46.3 points a game is 4th best in the country. They're number 1 in the country in the fewest 3 and outs. They have been so consistent.
This is the area of the field that I could see Braxton Miller taking a shot.
He goes the other way after running option, and watch out for Miller. Oh, he gave a beautiful step and then lowered the pads and went right on in.
Tess, you called it. That mid-step slows the defender down. He slows his speed down. Watch. He hits another gear, and right here he's going to slow it down. You see, that's the old Walter Payton, and then he finishes it with power. I think he's terrific in terms of a pure runner.
And Drew Basil ties this game. A touchdown drive aided by Clemson penalties and a successful fake punt and dueling quarterback touchdown runs. Tajh had his, and Braxton delivers a beauty. 33-yard touchdown run from Mr. Miller. We got headline-making quarterbacks who are as advertised, as Boyd had the 48-yard touchdown run officially, and then Braxton Miller goes for 33 yards on a touchdown run to tie this game as Drew Basil kicks away. And Watkins takes a knee. Here's the quick game to Sammy Watkins, and a big gainer for Watkins out past midfield. 27-yard reception for Sammy Watkins.
This just kind of surprises me with Watkins. He gets to the green, and that's that's a very good job by Josh Perry.
Right back to it, Matt.
Yeah, the small underneath, they'll throw those things and make them and force them to have to concentrate on tackling. That's the first part. And then once they start jumping the underneath stuff, that's when they'll take their shot down the field.
See among AQ receivers how successful Watkins is with yards after the catch, leading the nation in the power conferences. That's C.J. Davidson as he gets the edge, and another Tigers first down.
See that nice block on the outside by Martavis Bryant. He's probably one of the fastest guys on the field. Again, speed. But he's a tall guy, 6'5", 200 pounds, but very willing to do the dirty work. That time he gets a nice block.
Clemson going up tempo as Roderick McDowell will join Tajh Boyd in the backfield. First down. Touchdown Watkins, his 11th of the year. Boy, oh boy, did that look all too easy against that Ohio State pass defense.
It's a beleaguered defense, and Clemson chooses to kick them when they're down. And that's what you have to do. You have Sammy Watkins. You're not going to give him any safety help. That's Von Bell, just a freshman. He's looking back. He's like, hey, where's my help? This is Watkins. And that's a beautiful job. Joey Bosa gets a hit on Tajh Boyd, but he knew it and stayed with it.
Sammy Watkins just a touchdown catch away from tying Nuke Hopkins' Clemson career mark, his 26th career touchdown reception. Sammy Watkins puts them up 14-7. Joe Tessitore, Matt Millen, Maria Taylor with you. Clemson 14-7. Sammy Watkins on that last drive. 3 catches, 67 yards, and a 34-yard touchdown reception.
Took advantage of just a freshman, Von Bell, who was expecting help out of his 2-deep safety, and it was a little bit of a chain reaction. We'll show you how that went down.
Bradley Pinion kicking away for Clemson.
Tess, let's go back and look at this thing. This is what's called the 2-deep zone. Here's 1, here's 2. When you're in this zone, you've got to get help on, this is what's called the number 3 receiver. He's got to collect, he's got to get some kind of collision to slow him down. What can't happen is let him run clean, which is what happens because the safety now goes over the top. Von Bell, number 11, you see him looking back, he's looking for his safety help. And because that safety's gone, Sammy Watkins gets 6.
Remember Von Bell, the true freshman, starting at the nickel position tonight. Is they have 3 new starters in that defensive backfield. Bradley Roby, their star cornerback, out with an injury. Now they run option and they give it to Philly Brown, and look at Brown go. Boy, they've had success getting him into space already tonight.
I like Philly Brown. He's an Eastern PA guy, and he plays like he's got some toughness to him. He's got speed, and he also has good vision because what he followed was Carlos Hyde. Carlos Hyde allowed him to get to that edge. Hyde got out there, nice cut down block, and Philly took care of it.
Consecutive 15-yard gains for Corey Philly Brown.
They got 2 Corey Browns, 1 from Pittsburgh, 1 from Philly. Guess what they call him? Philly and Pitt.
Makes sense, huh? Other's a defensive back, number 3, the safety. Here's Hyde. Pressure came in from Beasley, and he got away from it. And made the most of it before Stephon Anthony was able to secure him.
That's really well done by Stephon Anthony. Stephon Anthony took an excellent angle. And did you see how Braxton Miller is trying to okey-doke him with his speed? Watch Beasley on the top. He's beating a good one right there in Newhart. Takes the inside, misses him. Now watch this. Slow, fast, slow, fast. Stephon Anthony comes in from inside out, uses the sideline as his help, and makes a tackle.
Dabo Swinney, Clemson's coach, said of Braxton Miller, he'll make plays that aren't there. 3 yards there to make it 2nd and 7. They go inside this time with Hyde, and Hyde hasn't been able to find much as Corey Crawford was the first to get to him.
It's a couple guys on the inside who are really good players. Grady Jarrett, number 50, that's a good football player. Now he's Jesse Tuggle's son. Jesse Tuggle used to play for the Atlanta Falcons, but Jarrett plays just like him, plays with great leverage and toughness. He's a tough guy to move inside.
Dad was a 5-time Pro Bowler. Here's 3rd and 6. Batted and falls incomplete. As that was Anthony getting up to swat that away.
That's a heck of a play by Stephon Anthony. Playing that backer spot. You just saw him make a nice tackle inside out. Here comes Beasley with some pressure. Stephon Anthony with great eyes and timing. Watch him. He's eyeballing the whole thing. He's there for a reason. The reason he's there is to see if Braxton Miller takes off. He's a spy. Instead, he spies that ball, knocks it down. Well played.
Cameron Johnston trying to pin Clemson, and look at that special teams coverage downfield.
It's where the ball is. It's different from the NFL. And that was a fantastic play by Armani Reeves. Great awareness, understood exactly where he was. That's as good as it gets. College football, Reeves knows, great awareness. It's where the ball is, not his body position. And so the ball is right there on the 2-foot line.
Yeah, he can stand in the end zone, act like a hockey goalie, and just keep it away. Don't let it come in, and Reeves did just that.
This is a great opportunity for the Ohio State defense to get some field position back for its offense.
5 yards deep in his end zone is Tajh Boyd. Oh, they may flag this here.
There's no receivers out there.
Let's see which way they go as they're going to conference here in the end zone. The flag
That's going to be
is
a safety.
down.
That's a safety.
That was Joey Bosa and Joshua Perry. And there's the opportunity you said existed for the Ohio State defense.
And it's exactly what they needed to do. That play goes back to Armani Reeves with a fantastic awareness.
Personal foul, chop block, number 79. That penalty is declined. Intentional grounding, number 10. This penalty is, the foul is in the end zone and results in a safety.
That's Joey Bosa. Bosa and Josh Perry, both of them, outstanding play. You know what I love about it, Tess? I love the fact that they had the awareness. They knew somebody had to make a play. Here's Bosa up on the top side. Watch him come back inside. Beats the tackle, and then here comes Perry working off Bosa. That's just a thing of beauty.
Joshua Perry and Joey Bosa. Perry the first. Bosa cleaned it up. Boyd got rid of it. Flag came in. And Urban, that defense that's taken much criticism, and without Noah Spence, the star defensive end, and the cornerback Bradley Roby tonight, they score. Clemson's Bradley Pinion will be kicking away after the safety, and Ohio State will get good field position.
That's an awful punt. Shouldn't let it hit the ground.
Takes a bounce and is fielded by Jordan Hall. And Hall brings it out towards the 45-yard line. So we got a fun one here in South Florida. Number 7 Ohio State, number 12 Clemson, 14-9 Tigers lead, end of 1. Glad to have you with us for the 2014 Discover Orange Bowl. Alongside Matt Millen and Maria Taylor, I'm Joe Tessitore. Beautiful night, comfortable night here in South Florida. Carlos Hyde, as he was torn down by Stephon Anthony. Anthony's been very active early on, the middle linebacker for Clemson.
Playing very well, and he's a guy he lost his job, and then he came back. He's 245 pounds and runs extremely well. What I love about him is he takes very good angles inside out. He's not going to allow a cutback on him, so he forces you to have to keep on going sideways.
See the 121 tackles leading Clemson. 2nd and 8. Miller to pass. And that was incomplete as he was looking for Evan Spencer, and I think that may have been deflected at the line of scrimmage by Deshaun Williams.
So this
looked like that was off course just a little bit.
Yeah, so this is where Brent Venables wanted to get this Clemson defense, put him in a position to have to make Braxton Miller throw. And so what he says is we need to be able to contain him and make him beat us with his arm.
Receivers are 2 by 2 with Philly Brown to the top of your screen on 3rd and 8. Now Brown comes a little closer. Little pressure off the left side, and once again, Miller can't escape. It was Spencer Shuey and Bashaud Breeland.
Carlos Hyde had a chance to get out there and block it, and then he slipped. Watch Carlos Hyde right there. He realizes, see, this is a numbers blitz. They showed you that they were just going to come with 4. And then he brought the extra 2 off the edge, and he needs Carlos Hyde to pick up the inside guy. That doesn't happen. Shuey gets himself a sack, which is the 3rd by Clemson on the night.
So Cameron Johnston set up inside the 5 to punt away to Adam Humphries. And Humphries with the fair catch as a flag is down at the 40-yard line. Back to Watkins as he looked for his blocks, got 3 of Shazier, and then was run down by Barnett.
You know what I love about Chad Morris? Chad Morris says, look, we got Sammy Watkins. You know we got Sammy Watkins. You know he can make big plays. You know he, and so what we're going to do is we're going to give him the ball anyway because we think he can still do it. And guess what? He's responding the whole night.
Chad Morris in his 3rd year as Clemson's offensive coordinator. 2nd and 12. Penalty backed them up as they give it to Roderick McDowell. It'll be 3rd and about 6 here.
3rd and manageable. Remember, this ended up 1st and 20.
There. 3rd down and 6. Watkins and DJ Howard in the backfield in this formation for 3rd and 6. And quickly they go to Martavis Bryant, and Martavis turns it on an inside move, and it'll be a 1st down for Clemson at the 22.
This is a tentative defense. They're afraid right now. They brought the corner blitz. That safety's got to get over there fast. It's Tyvis Powell. You've got to get over there and come down with the right angle. He didn't do it.
Boyd, look for the screen, then avoids pressure somehow, and a good run inside the 10 by Tajh Boyd.
These guys have brought their A-game, Tess. This was a great, he went with a pump and tried to get down the side. It wasn't there. He just kept on going. His left guard, Beasley, was more faked out than the Ohio State defense.
Pitch, McDowell. Eventually, they found him as Joshua Perry cleaned things up.
Listen to this. I love Josh Perry. That's, boy, Hot Rod McDowell, that's a couple of nice spin moves.
But then he found a seat.
And Perry planted him pretty quickly.
2nd and goal. Look at that Clemson offensive total so far. Here's the fade. And there's the touchdown. 6'5", Martavis Bryant.
That's against Armani Reeves. That's a heck of a catch, Tess. He goes up over Reeves and pulls that one down. Reeves had a chance if he could have got his head around. Watch how he ends up finishing this thing. Bryant just goes up over the top, and Reeves, had he been able to get his head around, would have had a chance. Instead, it's 6.
Ooh, that's off the upright. Chandler Catanzaro. So the missed extra point, but the 6 on the front end from the junior receiver, Martavis Bryant. 20-9 is our score. Look at the total yards. Clemson 321 to Ohio State's 105. Time of possession, you look at that, a lot of coaches, especially in college football, will tell you the most useless stat that you could throw at them. Dontre Wilson on the return here. Flag is down as Wilson gets out close to the 25-yard line. Seven rushes, 14 yards, of course, sacks. Big part of the negative total going the other way. Carlos Hyde bounced off the first man, but then Deshaun Williams was able to corral him. Spencer Shuey the first to get in there.
Let me show you exactly what I meant by them getting into the lineman as quickly as possible. Watch these linebackers. Watch how quickly they attack. See, they're down and they take the double teams off the down lineman, and then it declares it and it becomes a one-on-one battle across the board. That's fantastic job by Anthony and Shuey.
They only bring 3 and then a spy. And a strike for a first down of Philly Brown.
Nicely done in terms of protection, and then well done by Braxton Miller. He had patience and allowed this to come clean. Sitting in the pocket, no panic, just watching him come across. Here comes Philly Brown, a little bit behind him. But a pickup of 18 on 3rd and 12, that's a big play. He's still doing that test. Something's wrong.
Yeah, loosening up that right arm. We've been seeing that for quite some time now, of working that right shoulder. Urban's team down 11 here. Under 4 minutes to play in the half. Play action. Miller
wide open.
Downfield. He wants it, and he's got it. Jeff Hireman inside the 10, into the end zone. Boy, oh boy, did they need that. 57-yard touchdown reception for Hireman.
That's what happens when you're so concerned about the running game.
And that was blocked. So Clemson misses a PAT off the upright and then blocks a PAT of Drew Basil, and the unique score of 20-15.
A little bit of a high snap, but they just got a good push test. Let's go back to the touchdown and what they did. They blew a coverage. Jaron Curse is going to be right here. Okay, they're going to come back in motion. Shuey comes off the side. This is locked up man. Here goes Hireman right down inside. Somebody blew the coverage on Carlos Hyde. I don't know who it was. But Curse, see his eyes are out, and he goes outside to Hyde. Somebody, one of those backers had to pick that up because the tight end should have been covered by the safety.
Jeff Hireman in the best of that Clemson defense that time. You know, he had a tough week, didn't practice since Tuesday, had the flu, needed an IV before kickoff today just to hydrate and get ready to go out there and compete. As Basil kicks away, and Sammy Watkins will have a chance now. And he was just tripped up as he was trying to catch a seam there at about the 25-yard line.
He is fun to watch.
Sure is.
Sammy Watkins has been enjoying catching these balls versus his zone. The guy who's really been doing a nice job is Adam Humphries blocking.
Boyd wants to go downfield for Bryant, and it went through his arms as he was battling with Armani Reeves.
That's a nice job by Reeves. Way to fight it for field position. I mean, for position on the ball. Did a really nice job. And what he did a good job of was taking away the outside. See how he forces them to the outside? That means the quarterback has to throw it in a tiny little spot. Bryant had a shot at it, but Reeves played it well.
Here's Boyd again. And they go with the screen. McDowell lost his footing a bit.
Tackled himself.
He was waiting for Tyler Shatley to set a block and then lost his footing. Minute 21 games. 3rd and 5. Can they come up with a stop here against Sammy Watkins and Tajh Boyd? And they do, as Jamal Marcus made a nice play there.
Jamal Marcus has had a nice half. Yeah, he's played pretty well. Nice job of understanding where the pass and throw is coming. See, he gets his hands down. They tried to cut him, and then he just elevates. They were trying to get the ball to Humphries. This was a good read by Tajh Boyd. What they did, they took Sammy Watkins and spread him to the outside. That opened it up inside for Humphries. But because he was able to get his hands up, knock it down, it sets up this 4th down, which they're comfortable with going.
So 4th down and 5 from just inside the 41. Here's your 4th and 5. McDowell, can he get to the edge? As he extends that ball And that mark looks like it's short. And it was Von Bell who came in.
Well, the most important part is they make the play right there. Reeves gets him out of bounds. And then Bell, that's a tough call.
So it's a first down for Ohio State based on not making the line there. As they stop them short.
That's a tough call on the sideline when you're a defender and you're coming through and it's a critical situation and you want to be able, you start your hitting motion in the field, and that time it just happened to carry him out. Amani Reeves got the flag.
So the turnover on downs. And here's Carlos Hyde on the reception.
Keep in mind, Ohio State has all 3 timeouts remaining.
58 seconds remain. 2nd and 4. And here is Philly Brown as he gets it out to the 42-yard line. Two timeouts remaining for Ohio State as they move the chains and the clock gets going again. Here's Braxton Miller across the middle and complete to Nick Vannett. And Ohio State is in shape here.
Well, they wanted his arm. They're getting his arm.
Play action. Half a minute to go. He had time, spins free, and then gets rid of it.
That's smart. Well played by Braxton Miller. Great awareness. Understood the rule, had to get outside that box and then just flicked it beyond the line of scrimmage. Well done. Eyes are downfield. There's nothing there in coverage, so he just bails.
Number 8 of the defense. There's a 15-yard penalty and an automatic first down.
There's a 15-yard penalty and an automatic first down.
And that's going to put him into the field goal range of Drew Basil. Ball was on the 42, and now they will march it all the way down to the 27. Basil's got a good leg. He was nailing them in pregame warmups from everything 52 yards and in. So 24 seconds remain. Ohio State looking to cut into this 5-point lead and or take the lead.
Yeah, you want 6, you don't want 3.
And it's Wilson coming in motion. Play action. Miller downfield inside the 5. First and goal as Philly Brown secures it.
That's another blown coverage.
Second charge.
There's nobody over the top. You see the safety in the corner standing right next to each other. That should not happen. It's time for Braxton Miller's legs.
And he crashes right through that door. The Buckeyes go up.
He's a dangerous man when those feet are churning. Takes Carlos Hyde. See how he attacks the line of scrimmage. And then a strong man as well. There was an opportunity to make the tackle. He just ran right through it.
Second rushing touchdown of the night for Braxton Miller. Remember, Basil's last PAT was blocked. And this one is true. Let's go down to the field to Maria.
Coach, you moved the chains very easily on that final drive on offense. What was working for you guys in that drive?
I think we're going to spread them out. They're loading the box on us, and Braxton's throwing the ball good, so we got to spread them out a little bit.
Well, Tajh Boyd has passed for over 200 yards. How do you contain some of that passing offense?
As long as we keep the ball in front of him. He's going to get some yards, but we're doing a good job keeping the ball in front of us.
All right, thanks.
It wasn't until the final moments that Ohio State took its first lead of the game. 22-20. Buckeyes on top here in the Discover Orange Bowl. After the break, Chris Fowler, David Pollack, Brian Greasy will join us from Pasadena for the Buick halftime report. Number 7 Ohio State with a 22-20 lead over number 12 Clemson. Braxton Miller, a big reason why. Tajh Boyd has also been exceptional in a wild first half. Matt Millen. Ohio State, there was a point there where they trailed 20-9 as Ohio State will receive the second half kickoff. Dontre Wilson and Jordan Hall back for Bradley Pinion's kick. It's a big boot that'll go for the touchback. Hyde on first down. They've been working the big back. Hasn't broken one yet, but just steady like the waves hitting the shore.
They just keep on pounding that inside, and pretty soon it's going to come your play action.
There's the Braxton Miller first half with play action tonight. 21.6 yards per attempt when he goes play action, and that touchdown pass. Second and 6, maybe an opportunity to draw the backers up, see if they bite. Play clock is running down. Miscommunication with Hyde, and still Miller makes the most of it. What did Dabo say about Miller making plays that aren't there?
Here it is. They blew this one completely. And you got a free hitter standing right in the hole. Stephon Anthony was unblocked. He cut back inside and picked up the first down.
Urban raves about his short area quickness, his elusiveness. So Ohio State to the Clemson 41-yard line. Wilson and Hyde in the backfield together. Wilson motions out, and they get it to him in space with a block in front and a quick burst.
Nice job by Philly Brown of picking up that block. Hey, one of the things that they're doing, if you notice Braxton Miller, and he's slapping, listen to this. You hear that slap?
Yep.
See, they're doing that test because they have found that that cuts through all the noise when they're at the line of scrimmage, and the linemen can hear it better than any kind of verbal signal, so they do that, and all that does is it gives them that snap right there. That lets them know he's ready. Snap it whenever you want.
And that's it. We've seen, of course, through the years, the leg raised to the center and the shotgun, or just flat out screaming, trying to get over the crowd. But
exactly.
Here it is with Miller slapping his hands.
Yeah, it's interesting. They found that that slap cuts through everything, and the linemen can tune into that. And once that snap comes, that slap comes, that ball, it's on the discretion of the center. He can snap it any time. All it's saying is, I'm ready whenever you are.
3rd and 3. He's looking for space and dives ahead.
That's a heck of a cutback.
You see the linesman coming in with that mark very close to that line to make as Todd Reese came surging in. I don't know if he's got it based on that, and I don't know if that's necessarily the best spot as the fist goes up for 4th down. As Urban is saying, get to the line. Carlos Hyde, he slithers through inside the 20. Hyde steps his way inside the 5. 1st and goal for Urban squad.
Great patience, great power.
Over and in. Carlos Hyde.
There's the ball. It's over the line. That's a good call.
Another look
Watch
right there on the goal line, reverse angle.
Watch him extend.
Yep.
There you go. It's a great picture.
What did we say about the play calling and the style and the disposition of just trying to break their will, trying to get after them, pound them?
You said it. Pound him. So what did he do? He's turned this game over to his offensive line and the power of Carlos Hyde.
4th down conversion, and they got the payoff. 29-20. OHIO. Joe Tessitore, Matt Millen, Maria Taylor here at the 80th Discover Orange Bowl. Ohio State 29-20 on top of number 12 Clemson.
Tess, let's see how Clemson reacts to a little adversity.
That guy helps. Sammy Watkins, they could use him in the return game here. See if Drew Basil gives him a chance.
Yep.
And Watkins slides down just beyond the 15. Second and 12. There's Sammy Watkins. And Sammy Watkins just putting down a shoulder that time and running right through Ryan Shazier.
Well, I tell you, these guys they've lived up to the billing. Watch him right here. He'd make a decision. He's just going to turn it into power. That's impressive. Look at this.
That's the Big Ten's leading tackler in Shazier, who is being driven back before he wrestles down Watkins. 3rd down and 1. C.J. Davidson in motion again. Tajh Boyd stacked up. Can he get 3 there? Wrestled down for a loss. Joshua Perry with a fine play.
Perry along with Powell, but it was really Perry. Perry read it, and because of the defensive line taking care of the initial momentum. See, they stuffed it right there. There was nowhere to go. And then Perry just holds on and finishes it off. That's well done by his defensive line.
Philly Brown awaits the pinion punt. And he muffed it. He muffed the punt, and Clemson falls on it. That's Robert Smith with the turnover. And it was good hang time at 4.65 by Bradley Pinion. 4.65, and Philly Brown gave it away.
Philly Brown should have known that he had that nice hang time. This needed to be fair caught. Instead, he started to run before he had control. The net result is a turnover. Watch, he starts to bail right here. See? Just a tad.
So what were we saying about opportunities for Clemson here in this second half? A third quarter that was just going by them. Well, now it's arrived. A chance. And here's Tajh Boyd. And he was met and stuck hard by Thomas Powell.
Thomas Powell does a nice job. He's a safety. He's going to come down fast. Safeties, when they come down like that, all they're doing is they're filling to feel. You see an opening, you fill it. Powell did a great job.
2nd and 7, play action, pressure, and he had to throw it into the feet of McDowell as Joey Bosa is playing much better here in the second half post-injury. He's been limping around, but putting forth a spirited and full effort.
Dabo Swinney is not very happy about no hit on his quarterback. Watch Tajh Boyd. Here comes Bosa. He's holding. Oh, that's the late hit at the end. That's what he's looking at on Hot Rod right there.
He's saying that Ryan Shazier took a shot at him after the ball was thrown into the ground in front of McDowell.
Better forget that. You got a 3rd and long here.
3rd and 7.
He can run for it.
To the end zone he goes, where Sammy is! Offensive coordinator Chad Morris said you can literally hear the ball plucked out of the air by Sammy Watkins. That's exactly what he just did.
Well, he plucked that bad boy. Boyd had the whole side open. He could have easily run for the first, but he chose to roll the dice because Sammy Watkins was at the other end.
Catanzaro brings it back to a 2-point margin. Philly Brown fumbled that punt. Sammy Watkins delivered on the other end. What a night for Watkins. 186 yards and a couple of scores. Sammy Watkins with the touchdown catch moments ago. 186 receiving yards. Now that's an Orange Bowl record. 12 receptions for Watkins ties an Orange Bowl record. Tavon Austin of West Virginia did that against Clemson 2 years ago.
Let's go back and take a look at this touchdown. There's a couple pieces to this puzzle. First of all, you're going to be man-to-man, okay? They're going to go man coverage here. That's Doran Grant. They're going to run this up top. You got to stay with your coverage. That's the first thing. Here's the second piece of the puzzle. They're going to run inside out, okay? He had a chance to be able to run for the first. Instead, he sees the man coverage down the field. Grant is in trail position, but watch him pluck it. At the highest point, that's as good as it gets right there. That's a big-time play by a big-time player.
Here's pressure up the middle. Now Beasley. He got around him. And that ball is intercepted by Jaron Kearse as a flag is down at the 12-yard line, and they're celebrating with Kearse. Miller got crushed there.
That's going to be a hold. They had Vic Beasley and held him, or he would have really got smoked. And then Jaron Kearse on the back end, he just tracked it down. Braxton Miller tried to force that ball when he got to the edge. He's a hurting buckaroo right there. I think he's been playing banged up right from the start. It looked like his shoulder wasn't the same. Watch Beasley at the top. Oh, he beats Muhart with nice hips and a dip. Then he gets planted, and Kearse gets the pick after Shuey just gave him a shot. That's a nice job of plucking that thing out of the air, too.
Jaron Kearse with the turnover as Shuey laid out Braxton Miller. And now momentum on Clemson's side. Trailing by 2. Back to Watkins they go, and back to business he goes. And as Sammy Watkins finally taken down by C.J. Barnett. There's Kearse, the big moment. Braxton looks like he's still in pain. Look at his face.
He got, Shuey did plant him. We talked to the coaches about Sammy Watkins. They say he plays with no fear, and it's easy to see it tonight.
Boyd got to the outside of the block, and he goes inside the 10. Tigers have a 1st and goal.
And they'll go with the hurry up. They have the Ohio State Buckeyes on their heels. Ooh.
Here's the pitch to McDowell. And he gets it down to the 3-yard line, where it'll be 2nd and goal there, tackled by Adolphus Washington.
So right now, if you're the Ohio State defense, all the things that have happened, right, forget that. What you have to do right now is try to hold it to a field goal. We have 2 downs. Try to hold it to a field goal. Be tough right now. You got to suck it up.
Marcus has played well. Noah Spence's instead. Boyd to the end zone. Oh, what an effort by Martavis Bryant. Flag came in. That's a touchdown.
Let's see if he didn't push off. Tess, see what it's called. Looks like it's going to be in the defense.
26 in the defense. Penalties decline. Result of the play is a touchdown.
Second of the game for the 6'5" Bryant. Same way they went to him, but this time he came up with a circus act to pull it off. Stayed with the ball and scored it. And the Tigers roar to the lead. That was a knuckleball of an extra point. But it goes through, and we're back to that 5-point margin we had earlier. 2 touchdowns in the last 2 minutes and 15 seconds for Clemson to retake the lead.
Watch Bryant, number 1, working on Reeves. I tell you, that's fantastic defense and a phenomenal effort by Bryant to be able to have the concentration and follow that ball in. Now, it takes a fortuitous bounce. Stays in the air. He stays with it. Boy, that's a great, great play. Reeves was all over the coverage. Turn your head, get it back. You have a chance at the ball. This is just, you either have it or you don't, and he's got it.
A big threat opposite Sammy Watkins, that 6'5" frame. And Tajh Boyd and offensive coordinator Chad Morris have smartly looked his way when they've gotten inside the 5. And there was a thought there for a moment out of the freshman Dontre Wilson, but he thought better. Carlos Hyde trying to get to the outside.
See Vic Beasley run with him?
Oh, he can run. The All-America defensive end. Took a shot there, did Carlos Hyde.
Hey, he's shaking out the cobwebs a little bit. That's impressive by Vic Beasley.
That is the
end of the third quarter. That started with Ohio State in complete control. And then all of a sudden, the turnover. Philly Brown trying to return the punt. Sammy Watkins with the big catch. 2 touchdowns off of 2 Ohio State turnovers. The Tigers up 34-29. Glad you're with us for an incredible night here at the 2014 Discover Orange Bowl. Joe Tessitore, Matt Millen, Maria Taylor. As we start the 4th quarter. Second and 7 for Ohio State. Braxton Miller picks up punishment earlier, joined by Jordan Hall in the backfield now. And there's Philly Brown. And as he ducked out, well, let's check in with Maria.
Well, after Clemson scored on that Braxton Miller interception, Urban Meyer walked right up to his quarterback, gave him a fist pound, tapped him on the helmet, and said, let's get it right back. He's trying to build his confidence right back up. Guys on the sideline, Braxton Miller has been trying to stretch out his right side. You saw he got up a little gingerly in the last offensive series, but he's trying to shake it off right now.
He's a warrior, Tess. I think he's been banged up from early in the first quarter with that shoulder, and he took a shot in that last one.
Brown was able to get the first down on that reception. Carlos Hyde back in now. And here is Hyde. Let's go back and show you the hit that Braxton Miller took just moments ago.
Yeah, this is Shuey. He's following through, and that's a nice clean hit. But Braxton Miller, he felt it. He came to the sideline and let them know.
There's the screen. Philly Brown, a lot of traffic there, but yet he gets free.
Quandon Christian made a heck of a play. They did get the first down, but Christian came, he took the block, threw it back into Philly Brown. Philly Brown then redirected and made the first, but that's a heck of a defensive play by Christian. I like the fight in this Ohio State team, in particular Braxton Miller.
I think both sides have come to play tonight. trying to bounce back after disappointment at the end of the regular season, trying to make a statement. First down. And Miller finds his running back Hyde, and here come the Buckeyes.
Another blown coverage test. Two guys on the deep one. Hyde underneath. Shouldn't happen. Shuey took the swing motion, but Curse was downfield again with Breland, and that should not happen. It's kind of a wheel route.
They quickly snap. Miller with time now goes against the grain and is taken down right at the line of scrimmage by Grady Jarrett.
Nicely done by Jarrett, holding his ground, knowing he could have something coming back. This is a great game, man. This guy is a hurting buckaroo, and he is just sucking it up.
Been taking big hits. He's been trying to loosen up that shoulder all night long. The effects of that blast Shuey put on him still lingering. And back and forth these two teams go. And can Ohio State retake the lead? 2nd and 11. Miller throws it up wide open. The answer's yes. Carlos Hyde. And Miller got crushed at the end of it. I mean, look at Braxton Miller pulling himself up like a fighter off the canvas and yet trying to throw a knockout punch, and he did.
You see how they rolled to the left. Oh, and Shuey planted him again. He rolled to the left, and then Carlos Hyde just snuck out again. That's a blown coverage. You can't do that. That's about the 5th one we've seen here tonight.
And with the score 35-34, and in the 4th quarter, the 2-point conversion attempt to try to make it a field goal lead. And it's Kenny Guyton, probably the best backup you can have, the 5th-year senior in at quarterback. He's got a lot of experience, and he's produced a lot offensively for this team. And here goes Guyton for 2, and it is denied at the last second by Christian defending that pass.
Guyton was too slow on the throw. He came open fast. It needed to get out quicker, and he held just a second. That allowed the defender to make the play.
But the story reads Braxton Miller and courage. Knowing danger is coming, but glory on the other end with Hyde. Kenny Guyton was the quarterback on that 2-point conversion attempt in for Braxton Miller, who was driven to the ground by Spencer Shuey.
Let's go back to the touchdown. Here's Carlos Hyde. Here's his coverage. No tight end. You're locked up outside with the receiver. As soon as he starts to go, that is your man. Watch where his eyes go. See his eyes right here? They're back inside at the quarterback. And guess what that means? Hyde's behind you, and that's 6 quick. When you're in man coverage, see your man. The quarterback means nothing. The man means everything.
Hyde had 2 catches for 39 yards and a touchdown on that go-ahead scoring drive. 35-34 Ohio State in a game that has lived up to all the hype and all the expectations. Hazel kicks away and will go for a touchback. And what will Tajh Boyd do to respond here? And give it to your superstar receiver, Sammy Watkins. Brought down by the freshman Von Bell, but the big night continues for Sammy Watkins. Now 14 catches for 209 yards.
And he's taking advantage. Then we said it earlier, but Adam Humphries has been doing a great job. And Sammy Watkins is limping around on that right knee, but boy, when the ball's in his hands, he's still magic.
McDowell out of the backfield. Clemson first down. Von Bell another tackle.
It's a nice catch. That thing was low. Von Bell made the tackle, but Hot Rod went down and got that thing. That's not easy to do. It looks easy. He's in full stride. He plucks that thing right off the turf.
First down run here, McDowell. Spun down by Ryan Shazier.
Hot Rod McDowell has great speed. He's not a big man, and so the one thing when you watch him that you'd like him to be able to do is be a little bit more powerful through tackles. He goes down a little easier than you'd like him to, but you give him a little space and he's quicker than a hiccup. He's out of there.
Watkins again on a screen.
Look at him go.
I mean, he hits that gear and it just becomes a chase every single time.
He's another hurting buckaroo too, but
this is the best game that any receiver's ever had in the 80-year history of the Discover Orange Bowl. 222 yards, career high for Sammy Watkins.
He limps off, comes back on, and looks like a bullet when he has the ball in his hand.
Design quarterback run, Tajh Boyd. And he's close to another first down for Clemson. Ohio State with that score to go ahead, and just like that, here comes Clemson. Back and forth all night long, these two have gone.
Really well done up front in that offensive line. Kalen Davis is playing well. Brandon Thomas, the left tackle. Norton inside. Shatley, Isaiah Battle. It's a good group. Look at this.
2nd and inches, and they run the fake play as they ran the offensive line staying in their position. Throwback, but it didn't work, so it'll be 3rd and less than 1.
And so if you're at home, you go, what the heck was that? Well, this is what they're trying to do. They just stay. They don't move. And what they expect is that the defensive line will not do anything either. Now, they ran this earlier in the season, so it's on tape. And that's the worst thing they could have done, because now you can prepare for it. Barrett Brooks and I were watching tape yesterday, and we saw that thing. We just start laughing. Like, what the heck was that?
Your friend with yet another Super Bowl ring. Tajh Boyd will move the chains. That's all you do is watch film, Millen. You've been watching film for 30 days getting ready for this one.
Well, you know what happens? Tape doesn't lie. Everybody else does, but tape doesn't lie. You know what's really interesting? Just watching Boyd. Boyd can wear his big boy pads. He can run behind his pads pretty well.
Can. 225-pounder who will patiently wait and then get leverage. First down. Here's Boyd looking to pass, and he goes underneath. Dragging was Seconder, who had a bad ankle he's been dealing with. He's the player that fumbled on the first play of the Florida State game. That set the tone that night. But remember, this Clemson team has been forged and steely.
You know why? They've been drinking a lot of Gatorade. I remember when that stuff came out, I drank that as much as I could. Stuff was awesome.
2nd and 1 now. Roderick McDowell. As he gets the first down for Clemson. Under 8.5 minutes to play.
He's getting up slow.
That's been happening a lot tonight with a lot of players. First down, Tajh Boyd behind his blocker, gets free inside the 10, reaching out, touchdown. Boy, oh boy, what a night we've got here in South Florida.
They should go for 2 here.
Up by 5, 2 would put them up by 7. Oh, there's some white back underneath that cleat.
Yeah, that's coming back. That's going to be on about the 2-yard line. Right there, where the ball is, right when he steps out.
Watch his heel here, and you say,
right
was the heel down? I think undoubtedly you have that indisputable video evidence as you see the heel pressing into the grass.
After video review, the runner did step out of bounds at the 3-yard line while stretching the ball out at the 2-yard line. The ball will be placed at the 2-yard line. Will be 1st and goal.
Yeah, that's a good call. Let's tell you what, this officiating crew has been dynamite here tonight. They have been all over it.
And they've had a lot of work to do.
Yeah, they have. It's been fair. They've been good calls.
So it's 1st and goal. As Boyd will head back out there. And that defense that's been trying to tame the Tigers all night long. We'll try to keep him out from the 2.
Watkins down here all by his lonesome.
Now here he comes in motion. And here goes Boyd again. And Boyd did not get in that time as Josh Perry filled the hole.
The one thing that this Clemson offense lacks really is a big boy running back for these situations.
Now, Roderick McDowell came off moments ago. He's running back onto the field now after being checked out.
Yeah, he's short, but they don't have a big bruiser. This is the type of run right here. They'd say, you know, let us borrow Carlos Hyde. We could use him for this.
They don't have a back on their 4 deep of running backs over 200 pounds. Boyd's 225. Second and goal. And Boyd that time, there's no call yet, and now he is being marked short again.
That was a nice job. It looked like he was going to score, and then somebody came in. I don't know who it was, either Shazier or somebody. C.J. Barnett, somebody smacked him. Right, look, he's about to go through right, boom, right there. It's Shazier. He's going to set up this 3rd and goal. Sammy Watkins up at the top. Here he comes in motion.
Throwing back and walking in is Stanton Seckinger.
Excellent play call. Sammy Watkins came in motion for a reason. He was the decoy. They wanted to draw all the coverage towards him, and it was a great call by Chad Morris. It served its purpose. Tajh Boyd with his 5th touchdown.
Now they will go for 2 to try to make it a 7-point lead. Window dressing, and now they spread it out. They were showing pressure off the edge, and McDowell pointed it out. And Boyd checks, and they go with the trick play, and it's Sammy throwing to the end zone and denied at the last second by Duran Grant. Good eyes out of Grant to get over there.
And an awful throw. That's what killed it. Sammy Watkins, all he had to do, didn't have to put any air under it, just throw it to him.
And Matt, why not just be conventional with Tajh Boyd? This is what it looked like. Sammy Watkins took a while to get there, and Grant denied it. As Tajh Boyd has 6 touchdowns, he's responsible for 5 touchdown passes and a rushing touchdown.
You know,
and Braxton Miller, remember, he was banged up and didn't throw it on the 2-point conversion, but here he is back out there. Wilson has nowhere to go. Wrestled down by Vic Beasley.
Vic Beasley made the tackle. Shuey made the play. Shuey set the edge phenomenally. Nowhere to go. Beasley comes through, and watch Shuey 33. Watch how he takes that tight end, just shoves him right in the backfield. Nowhere to go, and Beasley makes the tackle. Well done. Tell you, these 2 linebackers, they had to play well. And Shuey has come through for him, as has Stephon Anthony.
Clemson's 8th tackle for a loss. Look at him sell that, and then stand in and deliver it downfield to Philly Brown.
Philly Brown, watch how he's in the slot on the left side, and I want you to watch how he gains leverage. And what leverage is make the defender pick a side. See how he gets him to the top, turns his hips? That's gaining leverage in the turn. Hips, width, and depth are what you read on a defender. Philly Brown took advantage.
Ohio State trying to have the most BCS wins. Miller, and that ball was almost intercepted as Corey Crawford got up after it.
You can't make this stuff up. There's that pick after Tajh Boyd was not a happy man.
Dabo and Tajh What went wrong, and will they have to pay the price now? 1:24 remains.
Well, they wanted to put the ball in Braxton Miller's hand. They said, let him beat us with his arm. Here we go.
Miller. Oh, boy.
What a game he's had.
Stephon Anthony is going to seal this deal. You were just raving about the play of the linebacker, and he gets the interception.
Stephon Anthony has played a phenomenal game here tonight. He's been physical when he's had to be physical. And oh, by the way, when you need a big play, keep your eyes on him, because Braxton Miller didn't. He's going to try to hit this right through the middle for Philly Brown, and Stephon Anthony seals the deal.
C.J. Barnett with an interception with 1:27 to play. And then just 9 seconds of game clock later, Stephon Anthony, the junior linebacker,
You know what?
picks off Braxton Miller.
I want to see, we should look at that again to see if he had control all the way through it.
They snap the ball, and they're running ahead. But if you want to go back, we'll take a peek here.
It's too late now. But I wasn't sure if he had control of that ball all the way through. Watch this. No. He's bobbling it still. Still didn't have it. And then, whoa.
I got to tell you, Matt, that's a great point by you. You know, a player has to have firm control of the ball for the entire play for it to be a catch. Terry McCauley, how do you see that?
What's it look like to you,
I'm looking
Terry?
right now. You know, there's some point when he rolls over that he's got the football. And is it long enough in real time? I don't think we would have reversed that had it been stopped. Now watch as he rolls over. He gets it. Firm control, firm control.
No
now
control.
He little bobble. Now he's got it there. He rolls over with the ball. That's a catch.
Okay, let me ask you a question. If you're not the head of officials, if you're sitting at home having a beer right now, you're not saying that. That is really, it's a
very
tough
close
call.
It would not have been reversed, I will tell you that.
So Terry says that it would not have been reversed. The coordinator of officials for the American Conference, longtime NFL referee, has worked Super Bowls and national championships.
That's a first down, and that's the game. Take a knee. What a fantastic 2014 Orange Bowl test. The Discover Orange Bowl, they put an exclamation point on this bad boy, because that was as fun a game we've had.
BCS Bowl week before we head to the national championship. You know, this system has been panned for years, but this was as great of a week of bowl action as we can remember. And Dabo Swinney has just secured Clemson's first BCS Bowl victory with a BCS Bowl win over Urban Meyer, who came in with a 4-0 record in BCS Bowls.
Let me just say this. Much respect for Braxton Miller and the effort he turned in here tonight.
From the headline-making quarterbacks of Miller and Boyd to Sammy Watkins, who now you think of his legacy and how he'll be thought of in modern college football with a record-setting performance here tonight. And then in the end, defense playing its role with Stephon Anthony, the interception with 1:18 to play. And take a bath, Brent Venables. Your defense just toppled Ohio State, and Tajh Boyd's career comes to an end with a championship here in the Discover Orange Bowl. Clemson 40-35. 4 lead changes in the game. 3 of them came in the second half. It was a thriller every which way. Boyd had 505 yards of total offense. When we come back, the Ford BCS postgame show, the trophy ceremony, and a wrap-up right after this.
Joe, thank you very much. First of all, we should say congratulations to the Ohio State Buckeyes and head coach Urban Meyer on a terrific season. But To the winner goes the spoils. And so, to present the trophy, joining me now is Orange Bowl Committee President and Chair, Andrew Hertz. Andrew.
Thank you, John. On behalf of the 366 members of the Orange Bowl Committee, I would like to first of all thank our title sponsor, Discover, for everything they do for us. And I would like to be the first to congratulate Ohio State on having a great season and putting on a hell of a game here tonight. But most of all, I want to congratulate Dabo Swinney and the Clemson Tigers, the 2014 Discover Orange Bowl champs.
Thank you. Thank you so much. First of all, I want to say thank you to our football players. First of all, I want to say thank you to our team. I want to say thank you to our fans. It's been 32 years since we won the Orange Bowl. We are Orange Bowl champs again. 2 years. Hey, listen, 2 years ago, we got our butts kicked on this field, and it has been a journey to get back. We're 22-4 since that night, and we are the first team from the state of South Carolina to ever win a BCS game right here.
Coach, congratulations. And you mentioned the loss here to West Virginia a couple of years ago. Did that start the drive to this game from losing that game and giving up 70 points?
Well, you know, when I went in the locker room that night, it was a down night. Everything went bad. I told the team it was 30 years since we'd been in the Orange Bowl. It won't be 30 years before we're back. And when we get back, we're going to be better. And, you know, bad things happen in life. It's how you respond. And our guys chose to think differently. And nobody 2 years ago would have said at that time that this team would be 22-4 and finishing in the top 10 back-to-back years, and the first ever in 118 years of Clemson football to win back-to-back 11 games in consecutive years.
Your entire team played a great game, but we have to single out Tajh Boyd and Sammy Watkins because they're both record setters tonight. Talk about your quarterback and your wide receiver.
Listen, one of the things we also said was we could not win this game as individuals. It takes teams to win. And listen, we made enough mistakes to probably lose the game tonight, but we just kept picking each other up. Our defense was awesome. But listen, Tajh Boyd, he's the winningest, he's tied for the winningest quarterback in the history of this school with this win tonight. What a legacy. He put an exclamation point on it tonight, and Sammy Watkins was Sammy Watkins.
Well, that's a perfect way to bring in Sammy Watkins, but first of all, I want to bring the gentleman who's going to present the MVP trophy, Roger Hochschild, President and COO of Discover, to present the Discover Orange Bowl MVP Award.
On behalf of millions of card members and thousands of employees, Discover would like to congratulate the Clemson Tigers on winning the 2014 Discover Orange Bowl and Sammy Watkins on winning the MVP trophy. Congratulations.
Thanks. Well, Sammy, an amazing performance. A number of records, over 300 yards receiving. You ran the ball. You even got to throw the ball once, although you were a little short. Let's talk first about that. That pass coming up short.
Just a bad pass, and we didn't work on it, and I missed the pass.
Not going to blame your wide receiver, Tajh Boyd. Let's talk about the chemistry between you and Tajh Boyd, because it seemed like any time he threw you the ball, it was going to be complete. You were going to find a way to go up and get it.
We've been together for 3 years, and we definitely got that chemistry on offense, and he did a great job with delivering the ball, and the offense did a great job with executing the plays tonight, and I definitely hand my hat off to him.
Were you surprised at your ability to pile up this amount of offense against this Ohio State Buckeyes team that was very close to winning the Big Ten?
They're a great team, great defense, but I definitely believe in this offense and what Coach Morris preach every day. And I mean, we got one of the best quarterbacks, offensive line, and receiver core. So I definitely got all my faith in this offense, and we came out and played well.
Congratulations. Got anything you want to say to the fans?
Thank y'all for coming out here and supporting us, coming all the way from Clemson, and go Tigers.
All right, Sammy Watkins, Dabo Swinney, congratulations to the Clemson Tigers.